Hello there, my cosmic kittens and planetary puppies, and welcome to your Pick a Team forecast for the week ahead. Remember, this is timeless, so when you find this, it's the right time for you. Everything you need to know about me, including your timestamps, down below in the description box below. Let's take a deep breath in, release. Some very, very, very powerful energies hit us over the weekend, causing great change for all of us. Let's take a nice breath in. Let's do it. Close your eyes. Just breathe out. I just want you to breathe in this space where you are safe. We're going to call our spirit guides and guardian angels in. Let's go to our comfy space, whether it be walking on the beach, sitting in the sand, a cottage in the middle of the forest. Or in your perfect little cozy nook, wherever that is for you. And when you feel comfortable, call in your spirit guides and guardian angels. Ask them to guide you to your team for this week. Is it going to be Team 1? Team 2? Or Team 3? All right, Teams 1, 2, and 3 have been selected, so let's get over there and kick it off with Team 1. Hello there, Team 1. All right, what an interesting spread so far. Let's see what chain of events that will affect your life. Don't freak out. There's a lot of things that opened, a very huge energy of things starting to happen, like literal, in the physical plane for us. Things are being shattered. A lot of us over the past few months especially have felt blocked at a standstill, feeling like just this heavier energy, delays, things being put off, when in reality these blockages were placed there for a reason. We had to stop and we had to wrap up our own inner crap is what it was. Spirit's like, you guys have to go within. And Spirit was designing this for that very thing, that very purpose. Which brought a lot of us down here with the clouds and the mountain. Being very confused. Even discouraged. I mean, in a very painful way. And then, here comes the moon. Okay? Very strong, powerful energy. Starting to see things a lot clearer. Seeing things for what they are. Allowing that. That's a big one for everybody, too. Things will become very clear. And what's really interesting is over the past few days, I've done readings for people, and what Spirit's been pointing out is you will see why that mountain had to be there, why the obstacle had to be there, why there was a don't go here all of a sudden, stop what you're doing here. There's a reason for all that. Besides us having to go within and release a lot of still hanging on to some past stuff there, maybe past behavior patterns, going back and forth on the self-worth, and maybe there's a struggle with finding what your heart really wants. And the heart houses the soul, right? So with Spirit, this is interesting with you guys in Team 1 in particular, because Even though there's a chain of events that will affect your life, it's a good thing. They're all good. But Spirit was very adamant. The message that had came through, you know, sometimes we can't give you how they're coming in because the way they're coming in may not be acceptable to you. And I don't mean that in a negative way. Remember, don't shoot the messenger and take what resonates. Picture out the rest, please. This has to do with something coming in. You're kind of expecting, you're getting excited. Oh, cool, it's this. And you go and you see it's something else. And we shut it down, shut the door. No, I don't think so. No. Then we get upset. Then we get disappointed. But the thing is, Spirit says that's more or less the human psyche instead of the soul recognizing that opportunity for what it is. You know, because in our minds, some of us still have a particular idea or a way how things, we're trying to figure out how this is going to happen, how this is going to come in. And Spirit's blocking that here. I'm going to pull cards to see if they kind of can clarify some stuff, but no promises, guys. But that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Let's get through the rest of this. We have the clouds, but since it's on the right side, the heart-soul connection, so it's on the right side of that, the storm's passing. All this cloudy energy we've all been experiencing, the depression, the foggy head, all that, it's starting to, the pressure, it's starting to lift away. It's almost like that cloudy energy was on all of us the last few months. Getting very intense here, right up towards the full moon. And now it's passing. Finally, it's passing. And then we have the crossroads and the heart. Making decisions for the heart, not of the heart, for the heart. What makes you happy? That's the changes that are going to come in here for you. Things are coming. People, this could be friends, new connections, business, clients, whatever it is, romantic interests. They are coming in. Spirit is now sending the things that will truly lift, just feed our soul, which is what we want. That's where we really get that enthusiasm and that worthiness from, because that's how we were made. If you believe that we are connected to source, a higher power, whatever you believe in, we're spiritually neutral over here. You know, we have that as our base foundation for who we really are. It's under all the stuff that we learned, but, you know, that wasn't right. And we learned in our environments in the very beginning of our lives. But the soul knows. It's almost like the things coming in is going to directly connect with it, and you'll know. You'll feel it head to toe. You'll lift up. It's different for everybody how that experience happens, but it's definitely going to be a very good thing. The heart shall be lighter. The heart shall be freer. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit for you. Okay, so what we don't want to do this week, guys, we do not want to be focusing on the past. We're, you know, now that you're past the mountain, so you come down from the mountain. Spirit's sending you guide dogs to guide you down. It's almost like I just heard a biblical reference. Oh my God. Biblical reference about Sodom and Gomorrah. Don't look back. You turn to salt. You know what I mean? You don't want to look back. You got too many wonderful things to look at right now that are going to be there tomorrow, the next day, 6 months later, 3 years later. Okay. And remember, always energies, never gender, with you in the middle. And there's the dog in my decks. These are your guardian angels, your spirit guides, and they are guiding you definitely down the mountain onto your path here. There's a path. Okay, they're going to be guiding you forward. They're not going to let you. If you stop and you try to turn back, but they're going to just herd you on. Okay. It sounds silly. Some people are like, "Oh, how are they going to do that?" And trust me, they will. The things I've been seeing lately, I'm like, okay, Not going to argue. And for most of you watching this, Team 1, you guys have been doing the work. And it's been a struggle. But you know what? Give yourself some kudos. Because even if you did go down for a little bit, you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps and kept, busted through it and kept going. Even if it was only for a little while. And then we go down again. There was a back and forth for everyone. But the fact that you had the faith and the belief that this ain't right? I don't need to be down here. I need to be doing this and that. Come on now, That's why there's going to be some majorly wonderful changes coming into you. And I'm not saying nobody's getting wonderful changes, because they are. Everybody's been trying so hard to do the work, and it's been a struggle. But know that every action you have been taking for your happiness, yours, and taking care of yourself, and the self-care is being greatly rewarded. It literally, I sound like Chris Traeger from Parks and Rec, literally has shattered the mountains. Any blockages, any brick walls, anything just shattered, because you kept taking firm steps, because there's something better coming, and you deserve better, because you do. And number 1, you deserve to be happy. Number 2, you deserve to be giving you the care that you so selflessly give to others, because you're no good to them if you're only giving yourself a quarter of what you're passing out to the world. Okay. So you're going to be guided in that. We have the heart with you and the lily. So we have there's stuff coming in that's going to be lifting your heart up. You're going to feel this physically first. When the soul's in charge, when the soul's really you're doing, sorry, I lost my words there for a minute. There was a little zzz in the connection. But when the soul is around the things that are yours or connected to your soul destiny or your soul purpose, you feel that. You feel the warmth, the tingling all through your body. You get so excited. That's what's coming. This is going to be a huge, huge shift for you here, okay? And most importantly, you're going to feel lighter and feel more peaceful, be able to relax. Less emphasis on cortisol levels and anxiety, and more just chilling and going with the flow a little bit more every day as we get through this week. Okay? Not reacting the way we were reacting to things that would happen in our day-to-day. Now, we do have, again, the dog with the crossroads here guiding you. Okay? And you're safe and protected. You can feel secure in the paths that you are being guided to. For some of you, most of you actually, Spirit's going to take you to that path, whether it's a job opportunity, business opportunity, romantic opportunity, new friends, connections, opportunities. Spirit is going to guide you the way. So I feel for Team 1, it's not all going to be coming to you, but you're going to be guided to meet it. Because it's coming towards you, and Spirit goes, okay, let's meet halfway. Okay? So go with the flow on that one. So the clouds are now passing. Okay, feeling more stable, more safe and secure going into this week, which is great. We have the moon with you to the crossroads. Trust your beautiful intuition. Trust those signs. If you start questioning, no, wait a minute, because this, oh, wait a minute, because that, that's fear talking. It's scared. There's an aspect of you that's terrified. You're going to make the wrong decision. Or what if I hate it? Already setting yourself up. Well, what if I'm disappointed? Spirit isn't going to go through all this trouble getting you there just for you to, be disappointed, because the thing is, you're feeling that it's the right thing to do. Spirit's going to be, excuse me, guys, sorry. Spirit is going to be showing you signs throughout the week that give me, they're showing me they're going to be doing things or kind of maneuvering things that are going to lift you up. They might be tiny, but they're mighty, to show you that that's the feeling that you're looking for when when you get guided to whatever that opportunity, that path is. Okay, you're all of a sudden going to light up and feel lighter, probably even feel a lot more confident in your looks. I heard for some of you. Let's see, Spirit, can you give us any... Ooh, I saw that. Clarification. Ace of Pentacles, a brand new solid start going forward. Long term, okay? This is the path you're on is not, I mean, it's it. This is it. Solid in the physical plane. Yes, Spirit. Queen of Cups, feeling more confident, more intuitive, okay? Trust that intuition. I feel like that's going to be a primary. And I feel like the emotions are going to be more on the upside than the downside. I do feel a strong push against the whatever clouds in the collective to keep that from dousing us. So we're going to have that support from on high. Okay, we have the Four of Cups in reverse. See, moving on. Four of Cups, that talks about, for you guys that aren't familiar. And if you have cards, pull along with me. That way you can make this a little bit more. You can ask, well, does that pertain to me? Can I see a little bit more? Spirit might be more open to sharing that with you than me, because there's a lot. So the Four of Cups in reverse is when somebody's just so done with disappointment over and over and over again that when we do get new opportunities, which, how interesting, I was describing that earlier, we just, no, that's not for me. Get that stanky cup out of here. Whatever. You know, we're actually like, we're refusing the very things that are ours. That's why Spirit's keeping a little quiet. But now they're going to be sending things in a way where you'd be like, screw the old cups. Get me out from under this tree. Boom. Let's go. Let's do this. The Emperor. Now, the energy coming off of this in reverse is talking about not being so rigid, not being so strict. We need to trust our intuition and go with the flow and allow, okay? Spirit saying there's not going to be a written plan for this for you, okay? You're going to find that it's less stressful too. Just being open and being present. Don't worry about what's coming, what's not coming, what happened, what didn't happen, and be here and now. That's a very big message too. And you will see, you'll be ready for it. And they're all going to be pleasant. They are. They're very heart-lifting for you. And we have Judgment here. So this is a for sure thing. This path is not going anywhere else. This is something that's been set in stone before you came down here. Now it's time. With all the things we've been working on, especially mentally, psychologically, emotionally, we are taking the smallest steps even. Nobody's perfect. We weren't created to be perfect. You know, we were created to be loving, happy. You know, taking good care of ourselves. And we need to get back to that. And every little step that we do, even if we end up because of others, like dropping our stuff, that we've been working through trying to break those things. Because in order for us to show up for others, we have got to start showing up for ourselves. We are just, if not more important than the people that we have around us every day. Please do not forget that. Okay, we are all unique and we all have a beautiful, beautiful destined path in front of us. And Spirit's making it happen. And we will be experiencing that. Some people may have been starting to experience it towards the end of last week, but you're going to see it in a lot more brighter light this week. I feel like the moonlight and the sunlight will be shining down on everything. You will not miss it, and you'll definitely feel those vibes. Really, really good, uplifting, lighter vibes. Lightness is also freedom. Let's get some Oracle. Remember, guys, if you want your own reading, I do have messages from Spirit Guides running on Instagram. It's a special. I'm going to run it to the end of the month. If you're interested, head on over there. All the information to connect with me on Instagram down below in the description box below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if I jive with your vibe, guys. I really appreciate it when you guys do that. Thank you. Discernment. Practicing discernment. It's almost like I want to say detached. Being present helps you with this. If your mind wanders to something, especially things that you have no idea what the outcome is going to be, and you're trying to be over-prepared for it, well, if this happens, we always have a safety plan, right? We need to go, I don't need to worry about that right now. I need to be here. Start practicing that. That's going to help you with the discernment aspect this week. Union. It's not just about union with new people, which I do feel for you guys. You're going to be meeting new people, maybe even experiencing new places, but the union part is going to be very interesting. Past lives have been coming up like crazy, and I don't feel I can get into that until maybe in a few days. Maybe I'll do another video on how that is affecting us now. We'll see. But this is a union, like feeling like ending up going to some place you've never been and feeling like it's a part of you, feeling like I've been here before, and you have this love for it. That's union. It's almost like the soul's getting reunited with the very things that it was connected to before, or the things that it knows it's connected to in this life, and now is finally happening in the physical plane. Okay, this is people, jobs, environments, homes. But most importantly, with you. The union of the soul with you. You know what I mean? Allowing that and becoming together, coming as one. There's no sacrifice there to be made. It's who you really are. Choice. Choice. Making good choices for yourself, I feel, are going to be a lot easier for everybody this week. Nothing to spin on, nothing to freak out about. I feel like, you really have to make the choice on how you feel, not emotionally. How's your body responding to this? The body is the most accurate weather antenna for any vibe in any situation. Okay, so you have to learn to be really trusting how your body feels, especially in the chest area, because the soul will let you know. It'll be like, wah, you'll feel that head to toe. But trusting your choices, the things that will make you happy, because you're worth being happy too. You don't have to sacrifice that anymore. Okay. Gentleness, being kinder to yourself. Be loving. Give yourself some grace when you struggle. We all do it. We all struggle. It's okay. But we need to be more kinder to ourselves, seriously, and more gentle. We don't have to be so rough with ourselves anymore. That time is past. We deserve to be treated well. And in order to have that, we need to really be doing that for ourselves in every aspect, in every way possible. And it feels really good to do that too. On that note, guys, have a great week. Take care. Hello there, Team 2. Welcome to your forecast. All right, let's get started. Remember to pull cards if you got them. That way you can make it more. You can ask, hey, is that about me? Upright for yes, reverse for no. Keep it simple. If anything's confusing, you can also open things up so you can see how that pertains to you personally. All right. All right, let's see. You had 2 cards that were drawn. Interesting. So first you have the grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. But I feel like this is spirit that's going to be handling with you. Okay. They're going to be right there by your side. I feel like you guys are at the tail end here of this. The moon is shaking up some stuff. I know you guys are going, no kidding, right? It could have escalated on somewhere midweek last week or last week, even starting the week before. But the moon has definitely just shattered all illusions. There's a lot of truths that came out, a lot of shakeups, very painful. And now this is like the wrapping up of it this week for you. And you are very strongly protected. Okay. Trust the signs. Okay. This is a step you will be taken care of in difficult times. Okay. Spirit's going to come through for you in ways I can't even. I can't even. It's different for everybody, but I'm going to tell you, they are, talk about miracles, and how the hell could that possibly happen for me? But yes, they're coming through very quickly. So now remember, take what resonates. There's a couple of messages for specific groupings of you guys in team 2, so bear with me, okay? All right, so the snake. This is toxic personalities, toxic behaviors, toxic people, okay? But it's on the way out, okay? Spirit has me showing it going out. We do have the writer here with the fish. Something very good is writing in. I almost want to say like it's almost like the cavalry's coming to help you out of the situation into a more fluid and blessed one, okay? Things are going to turn around for you in the most unexpected way, okay? Especially, it's like leaving this toxic, whatever that is for you guys, you know, take what resonates, pitch out the rest. It's like you're leaving it in the dust, heading towards the fish. The fish is also about abundance, okay? It could be financial flow, you know, finally feeling free, and a mental and emotional flow. This can also indicate financial flow, big time, but it's also being guided by your intuition, by your guides this week. You're not going to miss it, trust me, okay? Now, I got to read this row first now. Remember, take what resonates. I'm going to get as much information as I can on this person here. Now, remember, these are always energies, never gender, okay? So, we do have a younger, but I don't know, they feel like they're older. Maybe they act older than they are. They look young. A toxic energy, okay? Divine masculine over here. There is a different one over here. This is a totally different energy, okay? This is separate from this person here, okay, personality-wise. We have the snake, but then we have the mice here, okay? Now, the snake's not eating the mice in this case, okay, because the mice also remove things. And the mice in my decks are very closely associated with Ganesha, who, if you're not familiar, that is a Hindu god or deity. He sits on this throne, and he has all these mice that carry him. They are capable of removing the most insurmountable obstacles in your path. Okay, Ganesha's awesome. So in this row, Spirit's saying that the mice actually represent a removal of the snake. They're going to be, it's almost like they get in the snake, front of the snake, and the snake's distracted, and they run off, and it chases after them because they're food. So whatever it is, the snake is being removed. If you've been stressing and worrying about this person, what they're going to do, don't worry. I can't tell you what's going to happen. I'll try to pull tarot on it. But I will say this. Spirit is very adamant on this, saying this to you. For those of you that have been worried and stressed out about a particular person, looks young but is older, or acts more mature, kind of acts like they know it all. Has been causing a lot of problems, very toxic. Just been, you know, somehow it's leaked over into your world. It's something that someone you have been thinking about a lot, stressing about, okay? It's bringing up anxiety, nervousness, questioning your own self-worth type of thing. This is just you, okay? Now, Spirit says they are being removed. They're being distracted in a way they're just going to go. You know, I don't know how. Let's see if Spirit will clear that up. Star in reverse. Star. Okay. So, this star has to do with you being guided. Okay. So, while the snake gets distracted, you're going to be guided away from that also. So, it's almost like you both are going like this. They're going to chase after whatever that is. You, on the other hand, my darling, will be going in a better, higher direction. Okay, Spirit's not giving me any details because it's going to be specific to each one of you. Okay, so especially those who resonate with what I was saying here. Okay, this is about being appreciated, being recognized. But you guys, your directions are splitting. Okay, Spirit says you don't need to know what's going to go on with them. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so we do have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so it's about letting go and moving onwards. Okay, they don't want you to be afraid, and don't worry, we have the Nine of Swords, which can be the Wounded Warrior card. That's like, oh my gosh, you know, after all that, I don't know if I want to go in this direction, but Spirit is sending in backup to show you that is your direction and to give you that encouragement to keep taking the steps that way. It could be a job. It could be a move, I heard, to another state. A Spirit is going to line things up with you in such a certain way, and you won't be let down. You're not going to be disappointed. They want you to get excited about what's coming, where they're guiding you to. Okay? All right. Let's move on. Okay. So I wanted to come down like this, and then we're going to hit this middle part because this person's semi-involved, but he's more involved in this row here. Okay. We have the mice to the mountains, so the big, huge obstacles being removed out of the way for those concerned about romance. I feel like these are people who've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Someone is about to make an appearance. Okay? You may have been dreaming about them. Okay, and they're going to come in very unexpectedly with the bouquet here. Okay, we have the fish to the divine masculine. Remember, these are energies, never gender. Okay, to the bouquet, which means sorry, Spirit was talking. They said some of you have been dreaming. It could be both two groups have been dreaming about someone lately. Lately, this is new. Some of you may start dreaming about them, and then some unexpected. Maybe it's the direction you're going in. You will, they keep repeating, this person is just going to make an unexpected, but very happy and pleasant appearance. So this is something that Spirit did this to me in Team 1, by the way. We're not allowed to know how this stuff's going to come in, when it's going to come in, how it's going to come in, okay? Because Spirit says the soul already knows. So if you start tapping in, all you have to do is stay present to get the soul up front to kind of give you a heads up on what's going on. Seriously. It's your soul. It's you. It's who you really are. That's our foundation. We just got to tap into it. But the only way we can really hear it and what it has to say, because it's also connected, you know, to the heavens, it's connected to earth, is if we stay present here and now. We have to keep our mind focused here, not on the things that are not happening right now. Especially if you're in a safe zone, you know, a comfortable place. Like, say, you know, maybe it's stressful at home, but when you get to work, it's kind of like, okay, I don't have that here. But then, you know, maybe it comes out, you know, here and there. Something disturbs your peace. We have to bring things back to present and focus only on what the things that we are involved in right now, not what could happen. But maybe I need to do this, getting involved, you know, because you're impatient, all that stuff that needs to go to the wayside. Just bring yourself right here and now. It's not as boring as you think. Trust me, you'd be surprised the blessings you will find when you are present, because you're just sitting there being in the moment. And then all of a sudden, hey, here you go. And you're like, wow, you know what I mean? That's the type of days we want to have. And we can achieve that. Okay, so going into this person. For some of you, you may not have had the dreams yet. Maybe, I just feel like maybe between Saturday and Sunday over the weekend with this powerful moon and lunar eclipse energy, a lot of us have had a hit of a dream of a romantic partner coming in, and maybe we haven't had one in a long time, or maybe we never have. And they're going to get more vivid as they approach, as their soul gets closer to ours. We're being guided. Now, here's the thing. We are being guided to these things. It could be a new job opportunity, way better pay. It could be a new environment, new home, new, you know, state of living, you know, wherever you're living in. You might be moving or thinking about it. It could be friends, a group of friends. It could be romantic partners. Okay, we're being drawn to them, and they're coming to us. So we're approaching. Okay, together. which is really awesome to hear and see. Okay, so this middle row here, we have the rider to the mountain. We have gotten on the horse and we're done with the blockages. We're done. It's like we see everything very clearly. We see the path on the mountain. We're heading right for it. We get right on that path and we keep going. And guess what? There's a clover. Boom, shakalaka. That's what we need. Good luck. Unexpected happiness. Lots of luck. Maybe we had a time, or you guys had a time of stillness and blockage. It just seems like everything's just flatlined. And now all of a sudden, boom. Things start moving again. Things start picking up again. And you want to feed that. So we really want to immerse ourselves whenever we get a good blessing, whether it's money, an opportunity, an invitation, and we get all excited. Yes, let's be open. We want more of that. And the way to do that is to be super present and really embrace that without question. Start thinking about, and that's going to be over. And then, don't think about that. Because if you're truly present in the moment, really embracing all these blessings, really stepping into that, being here and now, that's what you'll attract. And you won't have anything less. It'll be easier to say, nah, I'm good. To those things, you're like, no. Now, we do have a divine masculine here, but Spirit says that's our masculine side. We're all yin and yang, right? We're both divine feminine and divine masculine. So this is the masculine side of us taking charge now, going towards the happiness and blessings that are in store. Okay? The Spirit's going to give us what we need for that. They're going to give us the guidance. Trust that spiritual GPS. It can come in signs. It can come through your friends. It could come through people in the physical plane. Okay? So, whatever blockages we were facing, okay, if everything was slow and stagnant, like I said, especially in matters of the heart, we now have a busted open flow. It's like the damn waters runneth. Trust your intuitive abilities. Trust the signs. And trust the stuff that is coming to you is going to be way more wonderful than you can imagine. Trust me. Our soul will treat us very well if we only give it a chance. All right. Anything else, Spirit? Queen of Wands. There we go. Feeling a lot more confident, creative, like that passion, enthusiasm. Now we're going to have that back. Now it's like, nothing can stop us. Fueling our own fire is a priority too. Spirit says only you can fuel your fire. People can add to it, spark you up, but you're the one that has to maintain that beautiful furnace inside. So we want to be making sure we are remembering that as a priority. If it feels good, we do that. If it doesn't, we don't. And I'm not talking emotions. I'm talking about listening to your body. It is the antenna, the house of our soul, and the soul speaks through that, because that we can hear. And the way we tap into that, be present. Being present. So whatever toxic blockages that was going on are going to be lifted, and you'll know this because every single one of you is going to have a very unexpected surprise that's definitely going to make you happy, or maybe even in some cases relieved. So let's get some oracle for you. Remember, anything you need to know about me, all my social media accounts down below in the description box below. I do have a spirit messages from your spirit guide special going on over at Instagram. If you're interested in that, head on over there and check it out. Union. There we go again. This is a theme for this week. Our soul is going to be reuniting with things that are ours. Our destiny, it's like the union, like being guided. Like, remember I said things are coming to us, but we're also going towards them. Spirit's kind of giving us some detours here and there, and maybe we've had to deal with detours, but that's because Spirit says it's time for union. The soul is calling for its time, divine timing. It could be people. You'll feel it. You will feel it. You'll understand what that means. It could be an environment. It could be people. It could be a job. You just feel like you've been there forever. You just feel it and you're happy. You know what I mean? You can feel it. It's not forced or false hope. This is like you can truly feel it. Nature, get out more. Spirit saying for some of you that have been inside a lot more than normal, now it's time to step outside, at least for 20 minutes if you can, at least 2 to 3 times a week. If you can get out more, that's even better. Spirit saying just get out there and take a big deep breath. That will help you clear your head, especially if it starts spinning. This will help you to center. We want to stay centered this week. Okay, by being present in here and now. If you can step away, especially at work, take advantage of your little 15-minute breaks and lunch break. Get out, go somewhere different, go to the park if you have good weather. I mean, if you don't, go somewhere, a store to walk around in. You know what I mean? Just get somewhere different. If you go to the same coffee shop all the time or the same restaurant all the time, do something different, but get out. Just get out for a little bit. Take a breath. Because when you go to a new environment, change it up a bit, you do heads or tails. Okay, pick 2 new restaurants you've never been to or coffee shops and do heads or tails, and then whatever you call, that's the one you go to. Okay, and just go. Because when we're in a new environment, we're too busy checking out all the new stuff, like the nuance and the environment in there and stuff. So we're able to relax, take our mind off the crap, right? Get a breather. Especially going outside. Celebration. So there's going to be a lot of stuff coming in that's going to support happiness and feeling really good and feeling just like I want to share with the world, all these blessings. Feeling free. Some of you might actually be celebrating a split here, or a parting of ways from someone who's extremely toxic. Spirit is encouraging you to go ahead and do that for yourself. On that note, guys, remember to listen to those beautiful messages you're getting from Spirit and pay attention to your dreams. You never know who's going to pop up. Pay very close attention, if you can, in the dream about the environment this person's in. So on that note, take care. Hey there, Team 3. Let's get started. Let's see. Broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. Okay, so don't panic. Because even though things aren't going to turn out the way you hoped or had planned, they had to go the way they're going to go this week. I feel like it'll be one specific situation. This may not apply to all of you. But here's the thing. If some of you have experienced this last week or the week before, you'll see the blessings coming out of it this week and why it had to go down the way it did. Okay, no matter what you did, it has no reflection on you. Spirit is very strong and adamant about that. Every single team has gotten the mountain. We have all been blocked by Spirit over the past month and 2 months because they wanted us to stop. They needed things to stop. All the signs were there for us to get rid of it, get away from it, put our boundaries up, and it was a struggle for a lot of people. That was not easy. Easier said than done, right? So, Spirit had to step in. They needed us to stop because our stuff is coming in. Okay? This full moon and lunar eclipse combo was extremely, I want to say it busted things, shattered things. Not in a bad way. Because there's so many, so the blessings can come flooding in. Okay, you are worthy of it. You are deserving of it. Okay, so I want you to be at peace. We have the child with the heart and the fish. Something brand new is starting, small, but it has the effect of big ripples. Okay. One small pebble tossed into still water can make, the most amazing ripples. Okay, and I feel that this is going to bring you so much peace this week. Whether you already had this situation before or some problem just did not have the best outcome, whether it's between 2 people, I feel like there's 2, the broken bridge, a connection was broken, and maybe you were trying to fix it, and maybe they were trying to fix it, or no matter what was going on, it still ended up in shattered. Okay. Spirit is about to bring a huge blessing. Some of you might be in the midst of this situation now. Spirit wants you to know that there's something coming in right behind that. They will show you. This is the time for them to come in. Okay, no matter what. All right, regardless if this is happening to you right now and you're hoping for a positive outcome, or if this already happened, okay, take what resonates, pitch out the rest. There is blessings coming in for you now, okay? We're all to be getting on board for our soul to take over, basically, and guide us to the stuff that we truly deserve, and the things that are, and people and places and things that are truly ours. Literally jive with our vibe permanent. We want to be in those places. Past lives have also come up, almost like a reunion of sorts with people from the past life. Now it's time for us to get connected again. Okay, so sorry, I was wandering off on that one. That I probably have to do a video on that one, because that's been coming up the last 3 months, about connections from not this life but others, and reconnecting with those people. Very positive energies, by the way. Okay. All right, so with the child and the heart and the fish, so we have a brand new start that's going to feel so good. It's going to make your heart, just even if it's a small little blessing, it's going to have a huge impact. Okay, it's going to help things to flow again with the fish there. This is almost like soul energy here. There's something coming this week for you guys, for sure, all of you. Okay, something that's going to bring you peace, this small new start, new beginning. Okay, we have the lilies here. It has to do with having peace and feeling a lot lighter. Okay, and the clouds, the storm is passing. This has also come up in I think it was team 1, but Spirit's big message was that storm is now passing. This is passing. The blockage is now been shattered. And then there's flow here. We got things flowing again. So whatever obstacles or blockages, whatever situation where you feel things have been stagnant or stopped, there, that made you feel like, well, what the hell am I supposed to do now? Whether it's love, job, family, home, that's about to flip for you. It's Spirit's not letting me see how things are coming in. Okay, so if you have cards, I strongly suggest you pull along with me. You can ask and open this up for this week for yourself. They might tell you, so that way it's more personal. But Spirit's saying that the things have to come in the way they're going to come in, without knowledge, so that they can come in, if that makes sense. Okay. So with the lilies piece, with the mountain, because the mountain also at the bottom has a path there. Okay, you're off the mountain now. Now, it's like there's this energy of peace and going, and smiles, more smiles, as we are now done with the toxic, whatever the toxic situation this is, or whatever that is for you, that has been ongoing. This has to go the way it does so that that can end. You deserve better. Okay? Spirit's saying no more. Especially if you guys have been doing the work on yourself. Trying to do things that make you happy. And then you feel like there was a blockage. Okay? But really, the fox in this row is Spirit going, but yeah, but we were being sneaky and doing stuff behind that mountain that we threw up for you guys. We were getting everything ready. So when the destined time came, the mountain would be removed, crumbled all the way to the ground. And you will see everything. Okay? So that blockage is gone. The emotional clouds, the confusion in the collective energy is now being pushed out. It's passing now. Okay, all of that was by grand design. So if you've been having not having dreams like you used to, or especially I know people go, I stopped dreaming. Well, everybody's had that, trust me. okay? Or it's like it's just nothing, you know, or we're having weird ones, you know, but they're easily forgotten. That's going to dissipate now, and we should be having more lucid, more vivid dreams that we remember. Your psychic abilities will be a lot more clearer and stronger and more felt. A lot of people were struggling with that too. It felt like we were having a psychic attack, but it was just a pause while things were getting lined up in the background that we did not see. Okay. So for some of you, it may be a job issue. Maybe you were unhappy, or maybe this has to do with a job situation. Okay, out of that, even though it doesn't end well, okay, this is specific to those of you that resonate with this, okay? So bear with me, everybody else that doesn't, okay? We have an opportunity coming right in behind it by the end of the week, okay? This could be a promotion, or it could be a job opportunity out of nowhere that's perfect for you, okay? Maybe you stayed in a position for a while because, well, the economy's crap, right? You know, everybody's like, I can't job hop now, you know? Maybe you've been there forever, but things have changed. Maybe there was a toxic coworker, or situations that and all you want to do is show up and do your job and go home. You know what I mean? It wasn't joyful for you anymore, but there you stayed. Well, Spirit, and some of you may have felt you should go. Maybe I should just go, you know, and find something else. And maybe you looked around and just went, there's really nothing. Or I could do Instacart, or, you know, something like that. But it was just making you more and more depressed. Well, Spirit's having this situation happen because there's an opportunity that's coming in, and you'll be more encouraged. Because this opportunity, for some of you, if it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, don't. This opportunity is coming back to you again. Usually Spirit will send something around. It has a big gap of time for some of you. And this opportunity is actually offered again. That is where you're supposed to head. Okay. Excuse me. Hold on. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. I don't know what happened there. All I did was breathe, Gabriel. Could you help me out? Jeez. Okay. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Excuse me. Okay, so this new start is going to show you the mountain is gone and the path is wide open with opportunities coming in. New opportunities, doors opening. These are going to be very obvious to you. With the fish flowing, it drowns the snake. So the doors, you know, can open being unimpeded, okay, by any toxic person or environment. Most importantly, you know, this also represents fear within us too, okay? Spirit's about to flood you with some really good, positive energy here going forward. Let's see if we can open up a little bit. And please don't be too down. Sometimes, you know, it's painful, the things that have to go, just so we can be happy, you know. This is what I want to see. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. You will not be left out in the cold. You will have sanctuary. You will be safe and around people who support you, who are kind, and who see the whole picture. Okay? I don't know who that's for, but that's a specific message that had to be said, okay? You don't have to worry. Spirit's got your back. You need to trust. Trust the signs, you guys. I mean, our psychic abilities are now flowing very clearly. So please trust the signs that you get. They can come through people, friends. Like if this is a second job offering coming in to you from a particular person you haven't talked to in a long time, that's Spirit. I'm telling you. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands to the 9 of Wands. This situation, whatever that is for you guys, okay, this is for everybody. It's going to have you beat, right? We're going to feel, you may already be feeling that now if you've experienced this already, okay? But Spirit's coming in. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. He's been through every single battle and he's freaking tired. He doesn't want to go through another one. Yeah, I'm done, man. I can't do this again. Well, Spirit comes flying in going, we got you. We're going to do this together. And it's going to have a different outcome. We promise. We're going to win this one. This is also known as the Brotherhood card. Okay, you're going to see this support in the most unexpected ways. I'm telling you, Spirit's going to show up for you, especially through this energy of the Queen of Wands. Team 2 also got this. This has to do with feeling more confident, having more enthusiasm for things. And not only that, but looking at yourself and seeing this amazing, beautiful creative person. If you've had creative blocks, if you're an artiste, or maybe you sing, or you create music or videos and stuff, maybe you just haven't had that fire for it and you feel like you're just going through the motions and you're like, this sucks, I don't even want to taint it, anymore. Well, guess what? You're coming back, and you're coming back even better than ever. Go with those new ideas. Do not be afraid. One new idea is gonna just it's going to flood you with the best of everything. The feeling, the people, the environment. Do not be afraid. Be creative. Allow that wild child to come out with creativity. Dancing, singing, creating videos, whatever that is you do. It's going to relight for you. But I feel like you're going to go into you're going to level it up somehow. You need to trust those beautiful ideas. Maybe it's something you've been sitting on. You were afraid to try. Go, yeah, but then I gotta, don't think, just do. That's what Spirit says. When it comes to you and your happiness, when it comes to your ideas, don't think about it. Just do it. It's not going to hurt to try. Some of the most amazing inventions came out in the world for us, okay? Because people did that, okay? People called them crazy, but here we are. You know what I mean? We are here. 2 of Cups. Union. Like-minded people coming through. For a lot of you guys in Team 3, maybe you've been feeling very alone. Maybe you felt cut off from connections, especially not necessarily, but romantic or maybe friendships. That's because you've evolved up. And the people who aren't doing the work, they feel left behind, and it's like this gap starts, and we're trying to hang on because they're people we care about, but it's time to let go because we actually have new people. It's their turn now, for you to be in their lives and them to be in yours. Okay, whether it's romantic, friends, coworkers, new clients, new people. You need to be open for that. The people we can talk to. The people we can truly speak our truths with. And we want that. That's a beautiful vibe. No expectations, just being ourselves. It's funny because the vibe I'm getting from that too for you guys is you don't even have to worry about what you're saying or how it's just gonna be so natural for you to just be yourself without thinking about anything. Just you're into the conversation. So, Spirit says, 7 of Wands, no matter where you're at in that broken bridge situation, okay? Spirit says, never, ever, ever give up what you believe in, what you want for your own happiness. Just for other people that are miserable or that don't appreciate. It's almost like instant gratification. Next thing you know, they're miserable about something else. And no more. You need to double that effort for yourself. And you need to hold that wand tight. This is about you and your happiness. Butterflies. That might be a sign for you guys. Okay? Butterflies. And it's also about holding on tight to the believing in yourself and believing in your destiny and believing in yourself where you are worthy of wonderful things. This is passing now. And it's going to open up a whole bunch of new and brighter days for you. It may not feel like it now, but it will. It will. Sometimes when we get in those moods, it's hard for us to remember what it feels like to be happy, you know? But you will. All right, let's get some oracle on this for you guys. Thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe if I jive with your vibe. I do have a messages from your spirit guides and guardian angels special going on Instagram. If you're interested, everything down below in the description box below, that's everything. That has my information for all my social media, including Instagram and Facebook. Thank you guys. I appreciate you so much. Expression, what were you talking about? Passion, your ideas, speaking your truth. What do you want? It's not really what you want. What do you need? What does your soul need? What do you need to fill your passion? And then really honestly ask yourself, is it me? Am I afraid? Why am I afraid? Break it down. And it busts open. It will shatter. This energy is supporting us doing that right now, throughout the week. It's very powerful. If we want to shatter the fear, shatter the illusions, anything like that we've been kind of, we bullshit ourselves. Come on, we do. Not everybody, but we do. But to really sit down and if you feel like you haven't been passionate about something, if you haven't been able to express anything, if you feel blocked, this is what we want to sit down with. Okay, work on that this week, okay? Don't let any situation maybe connect to that. Maybe that shut you down. I didn't know that had happened to me because I had a situation happen, but I cut off all my artistic shit because of it. I had no desire for it, but I didn't connect it to that. Maybe I didn't want to. I didn't want to believe that because that would have been insulting. But it's true. And then once I did that, I started feeling that again. I started feeling that fire, that flow. Do not be afraid to express your ideas. That's what makes you unique and standing out from everybody else. Be fearless with what you're passionate about, okay? No matter what you do. All right? Sing, dance, TikTok, social media, whatever. And Spirit wants you to know you will see this protection, okay? So even though a situation doesn't come out the way we'd like, in our favor, you're being protected from the fallout of that. I want that stressed. You're being protected from the fallout, okay? So you'll see it this week. Okay. Ooh, gee. Oh, choice. Make choices of the heart, okay? Listen to your heart. Feel the heart. How does your body respond when an opportunity comes to you this week, which it will? Just pay attention to how you're feeling. Not your emotions, but how your body feels, especially in the heart area. Okay? You'll feel a tingle. You'll feel like you'll all of a sudden smile. There's just these involuntary happy things that we do when we're connected with something that is ours. The soul's going, yes, yes, yes. That's how you'll know. But make sure the choices you make, you need to check in with yourself and be honest. Don't look at the money. Don't look at the material shit. You need to look at your heart. Is this making me happy? Does this feel like something that I can nurture? Happiness in myself? Is this going to be there long term? Is this something that's good for me all the way? All the way down the road. What was I saying about dreams? I think I was talking about dreams. Dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. This is for everybody across the board. We are going to be getting, even if you don't have precognitive dreams, Spirit is definitely coming in our dream time, okay, our sleep time, to show us things, to give us a hand, give us guidance. And not only that, but giving us a little glimpse of what's to come. Or even faces of the people that we're going to be connected to. They'll stand out. So when you see them, you go, this is it. Do you see what I'm saying? Spirit's giving us some tips on this journey that we're going on this week. So pay attention to your dreams and write them down. Okay, as soon as you remember them. If you can't, I can't write when I wake up. Okay, trust me. When I get a dream like that, I grab my phone and I start voice recording it, and then I'll write it down later after I'm awake. So when I'm writing, I can read it. You know what I mean? But that's an excellent thing that I learned. I was like, thank God for voice memo, right? So I can go, okay, it's this, that, this, that, this, and then I'll, go about my morning routine, and then when I get a few minutes, I'll write it down in my journal. So pay attention to those dreams, okay? And not only that, Spirit says, the things that you have always dreamed of, even when you were little, you're going to have opportunities to actually make them come true. So don't be afraid. If it feels good to your heart, your soul, do that. Take care.